Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good overnight. My apologies for being away for so long, but I, Anecdotal, am here to welcome you back for a new episode of Velez's Anecdotal Tales. My new tale may not be as big as the ones that you're used to, but it is just as special. So if you're ready, let us begin. Here we go. Thousands of years ago, ancient cultures developed many lifestyles that modern day society would consider to be premature, part of which includes art. Many believe the first artwork came from the caves with cave paintings, then evolved to hieroglyphics, statues, paintings, and finally, modern art. One other form of art that could be dated back thousands of years is none other than body art, otherwise known as tattoos. Just as the memory of an elderly person is forgotten through time, so is most of the world's history. However, it is said for certain that tattoos originated from ancient times, and that many different cultures and civilizations have their own practices. For some, such as Egypt and perhaps even China, some oldest tattoo possessors date back sometime in the 2000s or 2100s BCE. Other cultures are discovered to have tattoos that dated back as early as in the 3700s BCE. And yet, one question comes to mind. Why is having a tattoo necessary? As said before, in ancient times, different civilizations had their own reasons for tattoos. For example, in Samoa, tattooing was well known to be a family traditional part of their social culture. In fact, some believe that the word tattoo came from their term, tattoo. According to history, it is said that tattoos are a symbol of pride and a rite of passage to maturity, adulthood, and to become a respected member of society, one that the elders had to approve. Unfortunately, there were other ancient civilizations, such as Greece and Rome, that depicted tattoos as a way to mark criminals, slaves, or prisoners of war. For Chinese cultures, in their ancient times, tattooing was considered disgraceful, and therefore was branded to be barbaric. In the Bible, it is said, "You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead, or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord." It comes to no surprise that many have good or bad opinions about tattooing, and many different beliefs about them, not only in the past, but also in the present. Some reject the ideas of tattooing for biblical, personal, or even family traditional reasons. Nevertheless, there are those that gladly embrace the idea of having tattoos, and yet some have more than one on their bodies. Some have tattoos that have names and or representations of their loved ones, mostly their children. Others for the beauty of their own bodies, and others have tattoos as a representation that they made it through a rite of passage in their lives. One of my favorite lessons to learn in this story: world customs. It comes to no surprise that different parts of the world have their own opinions about tattoos. But all the same, out of all the lessons to learn, let us dive into the rite of passage part of the tale. You see, going through a rite of passage is defined the same way as evolving in life, entering a new stage of adulthood. The moment that you have entered a new stage of life, you carry on the lessons you learned from the previous, so that way that you can learn and process from the next. never stop growing, and never stop acknowledging the progress that you made in your life. With that being said, it's time for me to call it early, but I will be back with greater tales. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next episode of... What? Where am I? What is this? So dark. Dark light. How did I get here? And what happened to me? You! I see the devil's shelter didn't suit you very well. Revenge, huh? Sounds too cliché. Rule the storytelling world. Like that's gonna happen. I have a proposition for you, cat. I challenge you to a duel, and if I win, you restore everything back to normal. If you win, you can do whatever you wish in the story world. Then it said, it is time for the storytelling battle royale.